Your WordPress admin dashboard is like a control center. It's from where you control what goes on your website, how your website looks like, what would be the functionalities that you could add to your website. All of this and much more can be done from your WordPress admin dashboard. Now, in the previous videos, I had explained to you how you can purchase a domain and connect it to your Hostinger hosting. I had also explained to you how a Hostinger hosting dashboard looks like and what are the different features in it. Now in this video, let's understand about your WordPress admin dashboard, what are the features in it and how you can manage it. So let's move forward and understand about the WordPress admin dashboard. So are you ready? Let's go. So here we are, back on the Hostinger dashboard. As you had seen in the previous video, this is how the Hostinger dashboard looks like. So I have come back inside the website section from here on the left hand side and I had clicked on website list. Now here I can see all the list of websites that I have on this Hostinger hosting. Now let's access the WordPress admin dashboard. To do that, we have to click on this WP admin button. Let's wait for the admin to load. So here we are on the WordPress admin dashboard. This is how it looks like. Now before we move forward, we need to make sure that everything is up to date. So let's go back to the Hostinger dashboard and update all the plugins, PHP and WordPress files to make sure that we start from a stage where everything is up to date. Let's go. So to do that, as I had explained to you in the previous video, if you want to manage the hosting server side functionalities of your website, you have to go to this dashboard button. So let's click on dashboard and here we are on the dashboard of this website. Now let's see what all is pending. As we could see in the last video, there was an update available for PHP and a WordPress update was available. So let's update the PHP first. Now, in case you already have a running website, you should not directly update PHP, but since we are building this website from scratch and there is nothing on this website, so I can update the PHP version without any worry. So this is the most recommended PHP version. So let's update it. Now it might take some time, so let's wait for the PHP to get updated. Now the PHP has been updated. The next step is to update the WordPress file to the latest version. So let's do that. A WordPress version 6.9 is available. As I explained to you, it's asking me to make sure that all my data and themes and plugins are backed up. But since this is a new website, I don't need to do that backup because I have nothing on the WordPress. So I will confirm and wait for the WordPress version to be updated. So here we go. Now the PHP version is up to date and the WordPress version is also up to date. So now we can start building our website from here. So let's go back to the WordPress admin. We can do that from here also. So if I click on this button, it will take me to the WordPress admin. So here we are on the WordPress admin. Now you can see here that on the left hand side, there are a lot of these items that are mentioned. There is Hostinger, dashboard, post, media, pages, comments, appearance, plugin, user, tool, setting, lightspeed, cache. So all of these are different sections, or you can say items that we will go to one by one. So here you can see that on the top left corner, there is this particular section called Hostinger. Now this section is inserted by your Hostinger hosting provider. Under this section, you have a lot of features that are provided by Hostinger to make your setup easy. So we can see that under Hostinger, we have this onboarding section, which gives you access to tools like domains, hosting plans. So here we can see that domain is already connected. If the domain was not connected, you would see an option here, connect your domain to your Hostinger hosting. Now there are other options here like installing Google Sitekit, making your website discoverable by AI. So we will use these features at a later stage once the website is ready. We don't want AI and Google to detect our website before the website is ready. We don't want them to see a broken down website. So we will use these tools at a later stage. Then under tools section, we can see other options like LLM optimization. So we will activate this after the website is ready. Under AI tools, we have this option, and when we activate this, it allows Cody, which is the AI-based chatbot by Hostinger, to access your website and make changes to it, create blogs, create posts. So you can use Cody to do all of this work for you. We will check it out at a later stage. Then there is this maintenance mode section where when we switch on the maintenance mode, the visitors of your website will see that your website is under construction. They will not see a broken down website being built in real time, which is the right practice. So when we switch this on, we will prevent users from seeing the progress that you're making on building the website, and you would switch this off only after your website is ready. But then what would you do when you're building the website? You also want to see the changes that you're making. So for that, Hostinger gives you this bypass link. So you will access your website in real time and see what are the changes you are making using this bypass link. But your visitors will only see under construction page. So that is what this mode does. So we will switch that on now because we will start building the website, right? So now the maintenance mode is switched on. All of these other settings are also available. Like we want to make sure that everybody who is accessing our website is able to access it over HTTPS. And since we have already installed the HTTPS, right, we already have that access through Hostinger. So we can just switch this on, and now force HTTPS is also active on our website. So these are the basic settings that can be done through this tool. Now moving forward, we need to make sure that there are no unnecessary plugins installed on our WordPress. So whenever you get a fresh WordPress installation, a lot of times your hosting provider installs a lot of extra plugins on your website. So we will go under the plugin section, go to install plugins and see if there are any unnecessary plugins that we are not going to use at this time. In the future, when we need to use those plugins, we will install them ourselves. So here we can see that this Hostinger AI plugin is something that we are not going to use right now. In addition to this, the Lightspeed Cache is the cache plugin, and I normally activate my cache after I have built my website. So we can deactivate both of these plugins by first selecting them and go to bulk action, click on deactivate, and then click on apply. So now both the plugins have been deactivated. Now we will select these plugins again, go to bulk action, click on delete and apply. So now both these plugins have been deleted. So we don't have any unnecessary plugins on our WordPress installation now. We just have this Hostinger Easy Onboarding and Hostinger Tools plugins, and we need them to add a little bit of functionalities that we want to activate at a later stage. And also because these tools actually give you one very amazing feature, which is you being able to log into your dashboard directly from Hostinger. So like when we go back to Hostinger, right, we have this option here, go to WordPress admin, or even from the home page in front of your website, you have this button to go directly to your WordPress admin without entering your email ID and password. So this feature is supported by these plugins, the Hostinger Tools and Hostinger Easy Onboarding plugins. So if we delete these plugins, then you won't be able to directly access your WordPress admin from here. Then in that case, when you click on WordPress admin, you will have to enter your email ID and password and then log in manually. So this increases that manual work, and I prefer directly going to the website from my Hostinger dashboard. So that is the reason I'm keeping these plugins here. So now going back to the dashboard, home. Now when we click on dashboard, this is the default WordPress dashboard that comes with WordPress. You can see that my WordPress version is up to date. As we go down, there are a lot of different items that are visible here. It is showing me that the site health needs improvement. We will look at it at a later stage. For now, all of this things, right? At a glance, activity, WordPress events and news, quick draft. These are all unnecessary things and you should not be distracted by these things. So let's clean this up also. So when you go to top, right, here you click on screen options and you see what all would be shown on the dashboard. So the site health can be left there. Otherwise, at a glance, these activities, quick draft, WordPress event and news, the welcome message, all of this can be removed. So you can see everything got removed and I just have this site health status here and I have cleaned the screen options. So the dashboard now looks clean. Right? Now, this is where under dashboard, you will see that if there is any update available. So let's go and check that if there is any update available here. As you can see, there are 2 themes that need updates. Now, before we do anything with the themes, let's understand what a theme is. A theme is like a wrapper. It is something that gives a nice look to your website. So you don't need more than one theme to build a website. But here you can see that it is showing us that there are these 2 themes that needs update. Now these 2025 and 2024 are the themes that come by default with the WordPress installation and we don't need too many of them. So for now, let's just keep one theme and we can remove any extra themes that are there. So the step 2 is to go to appearance and themes and click there. You can see that these are the themes that are available. There are actually 3 themes available: 2023, 2024 and 2025. So let's just keep one theme and remove the other 2 which are extra. We don't need them. Right? So let's go to theme detail and here at the bottom click on delete. Okay. Now in the second theme also, theme detail, delete. So we have deleted 2 themes. Now there is only one theme available and it needs to be updated. So we can go back to the dashboard. We can update it from here also, but I want to keep things simple for you. So all the updates should be done from dashboard. Go to dashboard and click on update. Now you can see only one theme is being shown here that needs an update. Click in front of it and click on update themes. Now the theme is being updated. Let's wait for it to be completed. So here we are. The theme is up to date now. Let's click back on dashboard home. It's showing that there is no more updates that are visible. So what we have done till now, we landed on the dashboard. We have removed all unnecessary plugins. That was the step 1. Step 2 was removing all unnecessary themes and keeping only one. That was step 2. Step 3 is basically cleaning up the admin dashboard by going through these screen options over here. So now let's go to all of these sections over here one by one and understand what they are and remove anything that is not required from those sections. So the first thing that you see here after dashboard is post, and there is another thing here that is pages. Now let's first understand the difference between posts and pages. Now pages is something that is static on your website. You have a home page which will more or less remain static. There would be only minor things that will change in it from time to time. Similarly, you might have a service page where content will more or less remain same. You will have a contact us page. You will have a calendar page where people can actually book a date on your calendar. So like this, pages are something that is static and don't change too much. These are something that are directly accessible to people. So when you land on any website, you will land on the home page of that website, right? And there you, from the menu on the top or at the bottom, you can actually go to different pages. So that is what a page is. Now coming to posts, post is something that you keep on creating on your website from time to time to keep it up to date. For example, if you have seen a website like a news website, right? They will keep on adding news items every day. So those new news items are like posts. That's a variable content that keeps on coming. There is a fresh content that is continuously supplied on that website. So that is a post. So I hope this helps you understand the difference between these two. Now, as you can see under the post section, when you go to all posts, you see a default post created by the WordPress. It is an example post, and when you click on this view button over here, just right click on it and open it in a new tab. So you can see that the default post, it looks like this. So it's nothing, it's just a hello world post that WordPress has created for you to give you an example of what a post would look like. So since we have not designed anything on this website yet, you can see that it looks very blank right now. So you can just close this, and let's remove this also, because we don't want any unnecessary stuff on our dashboard before we start building. So we select here, go to bulk action, move to trash and apply. So now we have cleaned up the post section also. Moving on to the media section. Now the media section is clean, so there is no unnecessary media files like images or videos uploaded by WordPress by default. So that's good. Now let's move to the pages section. Now here WordPress has created a page by default, which is the privacy policy page. We can leave it as it is, because at a later stage we might want to create a privacy policy for our website. So let's leave this as it is. Let's move forward to the comment section. Now this is where all the comments on your website would appear. But you would ask, like, where would somebody comment on my website? So when you create posts, like you create a blog post, right? And you allow people to write comments on that blog post. Say for example, if you have a cooking website and you create blog posts about different recipes. Now under that recipe post, a lot of people might want to comment or write their feedback. Now all those comments would appear under this comment section. So for now, you can see that the comment section is empty. So let's move forward. Now the appearance section is where the look and feel of your website can be managed. And like I told you, theme is what decides the look and feel of your website. It is like a wrapper that give a design and a look and feel to your website. So for now we have a very basic theme, which is this 2025 theme, which we will change in the next video. But for now, just I want to understand that keeping at least one theme is necessary, so we have kept one theme here as a placeholder. Now moving to the plugin section, this is where all the functionality of your website is added. So if you want to add booking functionality on your website, say for example you have a restaurant and you want to add booking option, so you can add a booking plugin. Under the plugin section, you can just click on add plugin here and look for booking in this search field over here, and you will get so many appointment booking plugin options that are available. So one good thing about WordPress is that it has an ecosystem of so many plugin creators that every functionality is available here. So if you want to add some kind of a security on your website, you just look for security and you will find something. So like you can see WordFence security, all-in-one security. So if you want to add security features on your website, you can just come here, type that particular keyword and you will find some solution. So whatever you are looking for your website, you just come here and search for it and you will get that functionality. You want to add a form to your website, just type form here and you will get options to add forms. There's so many forms, WP form, Fluent forms, contact form. So you can add as many functionalities as you want on your website. The only thing that we need to keep in mind is that when we add a plugin, we need to update it whenever an update comes. So you have to keep an eye open for your dashboard and update section over here. So whenever an update is available, you will see it here and you go and update it. So your plugins stay up to date and there are no issues with your website. Now that's what this section is used for. Now moving forward to the user section. Now what is a user? A user is somebody who can access your WordPress website. So like you are creating your website. Now at the time of creating your website, you have to give a username and password. If you remember when we installed WordPress on your website and you had to create a username and password at that time. So you were creating an admin login for yourself. So when we click on all users here, you can see that since I am the admin and I entered my email ID and password, my role is administrator here. Now, if I build this as an e-commerce website in the future and people come to my website and purchase something from my website, and to do that, if I make sure that people have to first register or create an account when they purchase something, so their details would be visible here as customers. Now, if I have a blog and I want people to subscribe to it, and they subscribe by using their email and password, they would appear here as subscribers. So whatever role you assign to people, and when they create their account, they will be visible under this section, under all users. I can add a user, I can check and modify profile of the user. So for example, here I can modify the profile of my username. So I can choose the color of the desktop. So I want when I log in into the dashboard, the website should look like this in the light theme, or like this, right? I can decide all of that from here. So this is the default one. So I can set that here. I can put the first name, last name. Right now the nickname is my email ID, but I can change that. So I can change my profile picture here by creating an account on Gravatar. So all of that can be done from here. I can set a new password, change my password, and then click on update. So any user profile related modifications can be done from this section. So I hope you understood what a user is. Now moving forward, tools. Now tools is a section which gives you access to some technical features about your website. So you can import some settings, you can export some settings. The site health section is basically what you were seeing in the dashboard. It gives you an overview of your website. So let's go in and see what's wrong here. So it's saying that your website needs to use HTTPS. Now we discussed in the previous video that Hostinger by default gives you HTTPS, and HTTPS should already be active. So what's wrong here? The problem is that I have not changed the settings over here, and I will change that. I'll show you how to do that. The second problem here is that it is asking us to set up a page cache. Now we removed the Lightspeed cache plugin earlier in this video, so that is why this warning is coming, but that is okay. We will add a cache plugin at the end once we have built our website. So other than these two, there are no other issues. So let's go and figure out how to resolve this HTTPS issue. Now first let's go and check on the Hostinger dashboard if HTTPS certificate is already assigned by Hostinger. So here we go back on the dashboard. Let's go into security section, SSL, and as you can see, lifetime SSL is already active. So that means the website is already HTTPS enabled. So what's wrong then? Let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. Now here under settings, let's look at general, right? Here you can see that the URL is set as HTTP instead of HTTPS. So let's change this to HTTPS because our site is already HTTPS enabled, right? And let's go down and save. Okay, so the setting is saved. Now let's get back to our site settings, tools, site settings, site health. Now let's see if it shows that warning again. Here, see, now only one problem is there, which is about the cache. That HTTPS warning has been removed because we made the changes under general here. So you always remember that after you have set up your website, you come here and change this to HTTPS because Hostinger would have automatically applied SSL certificate to your website. Now let's understand what all is there in this settings section. So here you can see that this is the site title that will be visible to the users. So we can change the site title also. I don't want it to appear like a domain name, so we will just write startup Swiss knife and remove .co.in. Here we can add a tagline. So what's a tagline? When you visit any website, you will see small information about it in the browser. So for example, let's open Make My Trip, right? Now here you can see under the browse in the tab, right, you can see make my trip, the #1 travel website, 50% off. So this information is basically what goes over there. So we can say the #1 startup website, right? So whatever is your tagline, you can add it here. Site icon is basically what you see over here. Make My Trip has this MY symbol, right? This is the logo of Make My Trip. Hostinger has this H in over here, right? So these are the site logos. We don't have it yet, so we will have to create one. I'll show you how to do that also. Now let's go down. Here is the administrator email ID. You don't have to change anything over here. I don't want anybody to register on my website. Now site language is English United States. Time zone, now you have to set the time zone also so that it shows the correct time. So Indian time is UTC plus 5:30, so let's set that here. Now how do you want the date to appear on your website? This is the Indian format, right? Date, month and year. So I will select this, and time, this setting is okay. The week starts on Monday, that's right. Oh, that's it. I've added the site title, the tagline, icon we will add at a later stage. I've changed HTTP to HTTPS in both these sections. I've changed the time zone to the Indian time zone, changed the date format, and save. So these settings are saved. The next thing, let's get into the writing section and see what all is available here. For now, we don't have anything that we need to change over here. We will change these things later once we start creating pages in post. Let's move forward to the reading section. Again, nothing needs to be changed here other than one setting. So since we are building this website, we don't want search engines like Google, Rediff or Bing to basically come on our website and find a broken website. So let's discourage search engines from indexing our website. Let's click on it and save change. Now let's move to discussions. Now if you in the future allow your customers or the visitors of your website to write any comments, right? So you can manage those from here. You can basically allow people to submit comments on new posts. If you want people to be registered first and logged in before they can write a comment, you have to click over here. I prefer that mostly because if somebody wants to write on my website, he should first register. Otherwise, I don't want random people to leave comments on my website, right? So all those small features are available under this section. So you can also assign a gravatar to your customers. What kind of gravatar should there be? So you can select anything. It can be a gravatar logo, or it can look like this, auto-generated. So this is not really important. So the most important setting, at least from my point of view, is the user must be registered and logged in to comment. So after doing that, I will save the changes over here. Now the next section is media. Now this is one very important thing that you need to keep in mind. Now what happens is that every time you upload a photo or an image on your WordPress media section from here, right, you have to add a media. Whenever you add a media, you want to show a photo on your homepage. Now to do that, you will go to media and go to add media and upload that photo. Now once you upload that photo, WordPress will automatically cut that photo into different sizes. So there will be a thumbnail size which will be 150 to 150 pixels. There would be a medium size 300 to 300 pixels and a large size. So this will create multiple copies of that image. And what happens is that when you have multiple copies of your image, it will require more space. So it will eat up a lot of space on your hosting, and you don't want to do that. So you can basically pre-decide the size of your images and cut them to the proper size before uploading on WordPress through media. So let's not allow WordPress to create these multiple sizes. So just uncheck these two options over here. The first option says crop thumbnails to exact dimensional, this dimension. So we will just make them 0, 0 so that all of these things don't happen automatically. Change this also to 0, right? Let's change all of that. You have unchecked this also, and save. So now unnecessary copies of your images would not be created and unnecessary space would not be occupied. Now moving forward, the permalink section. This is also one very important setting that you need to do before you start building your website. You have to make sure that the permalink is always set at post name. Now what does that mean? So your website, whatever the website name is, right? If it is https abc.com, then if you create a post on it, the link of that post should be abcd.com/the post name instead of some random number or like this, or some dates, because it's easier for even the users to understand and find out where a particular post related to a topic is. So keep the post name selected over here. This is a very good thing to do from SEO point of view. So you select post name and save. Now the next section is privacy. Now this section allows you to create a privacy page for your website. For now, let's just ignore it. We'll come back to it at a later stage. So in this video, I have taken you through the WordPress admin dashboard, and we have prepared it by removing any unnecessary plugins, themes, posts or pages, and we have done all the settings that are necessary so that we can start building a fresh WordPress website on this WordPress admin. All the steps that I have shown you in this video are available in the link in the description. So when you click on that link, you will get a step-by-step guide. So don't worry, you can just follow along that guide. You don't have to remember everything. Just follow along and follow those steps, and you will be able to prepare your WordPress admin dashboard for building a new website. I hope I was able to give you some value. In the next video, I will take you through the WordPress themes and plugins that we need to install so that we can start building the website. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.